How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. Not too bad. No offense to anyone who out there who is religious. I am religious myself, but I thought it was pretty funny. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN. And I must say, I'm excited. We have come a long way. Seeing OCGN finish today at over $10. Like, come on, you see my expression. Now, as far as who is concerned, we haven't gotten the decision as of yet, but the way things are looking, there's a lot of anticipation and there's a lot of FOMO. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance, and what are some levels we want to look for, especially going into tomorrow. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. Is there still a lot of shorts who are vested in this play? It does contribute to the overall volatility, and this is why we need to keep an eye on it. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. Were institutions loading up on shares? Were we seeing a lot of buying on the retail side? We're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details, so let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $10.05, being up 8.88% on the day. You know how good it feels to say $10 for OCGN? Let's move on. So on the low, we ended up testing $8.81, and then on the high, testing $10.60. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 72.628 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 30.746 million shares. So we were able to double the amount of volume that we usually get, and that is always great to see because then we end up seeing days like this. So now the chart we're using is the 1 year daily chart. When we see the RSI down below, definitely looking very strong there at 74.63, which tells us it is in the overbought territory. When we take a look at the moving averages on our chart, of course we are above all of them: the 200-day, the 50-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So as far as the pullback that we had on the day, it was around $8.81. So what I want to see going into tomorrow, I want to see us have $9 as a solid area of support if we decide to have a pullback in the morning. So I feel like, you know what, that is very doable. We did end up closing the day at 10.05. So keeping this in mind that we closed around 10.05 going into the open, even if we hold down 10, that would put us in a really good best case scenario to get to this $11 area. And this is assuming we have not gotten the news from who as of yet. But one thing that is clear, we definitely have an area of resistance at $11. There will be a psychological area, but I can see many who are taking profits. Now, the next thing that I want to go over, we did have some resistance at 1060. So this is going to be a level to keep an eye on. But if we're able to pass 1060, that's why I'm going to be looking forward to seeing that move to 11. And one of the things that I love seeing as well, since we have started off the week very good, we're seeing increasing levels of support. So you can see we had support here at 821. And then you see we had support here right at 878. And now you can see it clearly holding up 9 and then making that move all the way to 1060. Things are looking good for OCGN. Let's see if we can continue this push further and get a decision from who tomorrow. I'm looking out for it, or even in after hours. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for OCGN. So we can see for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 53.32%. And then for the dark pool short volume being just over 10.4 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 150,000, updated 10 minutes ago. And then for the short ball fee rate being at 2.60%. As we scroll scroll down further, you can see for the close of the 12th, it was at 53.67. And then the close for the 13th, which was yesterday, being at 53.32. So it did go down just a little bit, but what we could see, OCGN does continue to have short squeeze potential. So if we end up having that WHO decision come out, whether it's in the after hours for today, which is Thursday, or if it comes out on the Friday or even on the Saturday, we already know this stock can move very well. So continue to keep an eye on this play. Keep it on your watch list if you have a position. It is very key here. This is very time sensitive. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflow, it was 164, and then on the outflow, it was 153. When we take a look at the breakdown, you can see it was 0.67 on the large. On the medium, it was 111, and then on the small, it was 52.38. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 0.81, and then on the medium, it was 105, and then on the small, it was 46.87. So right away, what we could see here, there was a lot of buying on the retail side. Of course, we have the FOMO and the anticipation. And then on top of that, we also saw a lot more interest on the medium side, but it was different when it came to the difference between the large. So when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for October the 14th, which is today, being negative 146.59. So we do have some institutions who have been taking profits, but we also seen that there were institutions who were buying in as well. We have not received the news as of yet, and many are looking forward to it due to the fact that WHO said, hey, you're going to have a decision by sometime this week. I'm in this play. I know many of you who watch this channel are in this play, and I also just want to say, hey, things are definitely looking great, and the price action that we saw, I loved it. Now, let's jump into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, going into tomorrow, a clear area of resistance I want to make sure you guys keep an eye on will be the $11 level. If we're able to actually get to 11, I can see there will be a lot of profit taking, especially coming from traders wanting to be in this play. Now, as far as what we have to take a look at for support, like how we pulled back on the day, we got down to like $8.81 before ripping all the way up to like $10.60. So going into tomorrow, if we do have some profit taking and we haven't gotten the news as of yet, then I'm going to be looking forward to seeing $9 actually hold up. It would be great if $10 holds up, because if $10 can hold up at the open, then again, we could easily get to 11. But of course, we got to look out for that level at 1060, which was our high for today. But I feel like, hey, if the volume is there, we could easily get past that, and the FOMO building up even further, because who could potentially give us that decision on the Saturday. So this is why I can still see OCGN stock performing very strong. And when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, this play still continues to have short squeeze potential. Shorts are heavily vested in this play. There is a lot of haters. You can even see it inside of the Webull comment section giving out all of these predictions, and it just did not make any sense. I had to go into the comment section and be clear and talk about, hey, when it comes to price action and when you're seeing higher lows, especially on this uptrend that OCGN was on in the early parts of the day, things are going to look good. And then lo and behold, we ended up hitting 1060 on the high of the day. This is not surprising, and this is why I want you to be very careful about who you're listening to and what information you decide to take in on these message boards. They're not looking out for your best interest, but I, for myself, I'm going to tell you the way it is and how I see it, and I've been transparent on this channel, and many of you can back me up on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Can't wait to see what OCGN does tomorrow, and congratulations to everyone who's been protecting profits while this play has been running up. So we'll be talking tomorrow.